Fear grips Tinubu as he makes U-turn on Niger Republic, lifts sanctions and open borders. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. Today's date is 13th of March 2024, and I have a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important, especially those of you that claim that you have a government. I want you to listen very, very attentively. When I talk about those of you who claim to have a government, I'm talking about the Nigerians. Tinubu, the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom president, who doubles as the chairman of ECOWAS, has now lifted the sanction against Niger Republic and thereby opening both the land and air borders. So without further ado, let us read from Sahara Reporters, and their title says, Breaking: Tinubu directs opening of Nigeria's land and air borders with Niger Republic, lifting of other sanctions. This directive is in compliance with the decisions of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government at its extraordinary summit on February 24, 2024 in Abuja. President Bola Tinubu has directed the opening of Nigeria's land and air borders with the Republic of Niger and the lifting of other sanctions against the country with immediate effect. So, the time where they put the sanctions on a no. Now you want it with immediate effect. Mad people everywhere. This directive is in compliance with the decisions of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government at its extraordinary summit on February 24, 2024 in Abuja. ECOWAS leaders had agreed to lift economic sanctions against the Republic of Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea. You know why? Do you know why? Because they are afraid. They panicked. They panicked when these countries announced to form, a bloc, just like ECOWAS. They became very, very afraid because these countries, Niger Republic, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea, had come together and planned to form their own organization, just like ECOWAS. Fear gripped them. Fear gripped them. I'm going to talk to them before the end of this very broadcast. According to a statement signed by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Chief Ajuri Ngelale, the President directed that the following sanctions imposed on the Republic of Niger be lifted immediately. Closure of land and air borders between Nigeria and Niger Republic, as well as ECOWAS no-fly zone on all commercial flights to and from Niger Republic. Suspension of all commercial and financial transactions between Nigeria and Niger, as well as freeze of all service transactions, including utility services and electricity to Niger Republic. If I were Niger government, I would reject this nonsense electricity. After all, the zoo doesn't have electricity. You don't have light. And you shamelessly cut Niger's electricity when you don't have electricity. No be juju be that. Mad people everywhere. Freeze of assets of the Republic of Niger in ECOWAS central banks and freeze of assets of the Republic of Niger state enterprises and parastatals in commercial banks. Suspension of Niger from all financial assistance and transactions with all financial institutions, particularly EBID and BOAD. Like as I said before, if I were Niger government, I will reject. Let them form their own bloc and prosper. Because this ECOWAS of a thing is a puppet to the Western world. ECOWAS is as useless as African Union. There is not, in fact, since the demise of Muammar Gaddafi, African Union become useless. All these puppets that you have in the name of presidents all over Africa are all idiots. They can never offer anything. Give me one, just one president in Africa. Just mention only one president in Africa. Let me see what that person is doing and how he or she has alleviated, the citizens. Let me see, just give me one gigantic city, one mega city that is being built by any president in Africa. Since independence, tell me one particular president in the whole of Africa that has developed a mega city, a modern day city. Look at Dubai. When was Dubai built? How many places do you drill oil from Dubai? Only one place. But look at Dubai today. Dubai is the most beautiful city in the world. When was it built? So tell me one. I just need one. I don't want any government that is, patching road. You come, you patch road. You build one flyover. In Ekufola, you have done well. Give me one name, only one name of a certain president that built a mega city, a world-class city as it stands today. Let me go and spend all the money that I have worked for in my entire life in that very city, just only for 1 week, and I will come back. I'm telling you, what you have here in Africa are all puppets of the Western world. If you are not a puppet of Britain, you will be a puppet of France, including those who are puppets of Portugal. Mad people everywhere. And this one, they are now trying to bring them back to ECOWAS, is going to be a trap. Maybe France and Britain have called them and give them a new IQ in order to bring them to ECOWAS and continue making them. If I were Niger government, I will reject. I will never go back to ECOWAS. Never. There's a travel bans on government officials and their family members. Who they help? The statement added that President Tinubu also approved the lifting of financial and economic sanctions against the Republic of Guinea. During its 24th section, ECOWAS said it was lifting sanctions it imposed on Niger to ameliorate the suffering of its people. Did you reason about that before you impose that sanction? Did you reason that they are your fellow blacks? Did you reason that they are your fellow Africans? Did you reason that the people are going to suffer before you impose that sanction? You cut electricity. Look at Russia and Ukraine. Russia is giving electricity to Ukraine. Yet, no matter the fight there, no matter the battle there, Russia never cut Ukraine's electricity for 1 single day. There's nothing like that. There's still steady electricity in Ukraine till today, even though Russia is fighting Ukraine, and they are the one that give them electricity. Now, Tinubu boom, occurred to electricity against Niger. Why are you running now? If I were Niger, I would say no, to hell with whatever you bring to table. Regarding sanctions against Niger, the Regional Bloc Authority decided to lift with immediate effect the following sanctions imposed on the Republic of Niger: closure of land and air borders between ECOWAS countries and Niger, institution of ECOWAS no-fly zone on all commercial flights to and fro Niger, suspension of all commercial and financial transactions between ECOWAS member states and Niger, freeze of all service transactions including utility services and electricity to Niger Republic, freeze of assets of the Republic of Niger in ECOWAS central banks, freeze of assets of the Niger states, state enterprise and parastatals in commercial banks, suspension of Niger from all commercial assistance and transactions with all financial institutions, particularly EBDI and BOAD, travel ban on government officials and their family members. That's still the same thing. The regional bloc had imposed the sanctions after the military coup in July 2023 deposed the democratically elected government of Mohamed Bazoum. And who told you that he was actually democratically elected? It's like Tinubu now. Somebody will come and tell me Tinubu was democratically elected. Who elected him? Who is there anybody in his right senses that can elect Tinubu as a president? Who can do who can do that? What can I got somebody? A man who is about to join his ancestors, who will elect him as the president? Who? Nobody can do that. They all rig their ways into power. That is what is happening in Africa. And America will support it. Britain will support it. France will support it, as long as you sign the agreement to maintain the colonial agreement, the colonial status. Once you sign agreement with them to maintain the colonial and neo-colonial status in your idiotic country, then you become a president. That is Africa for you. That is the reason why there is nothing like ECOWAS today. There is nothing like AU today. These organizations have all been rendered useless, incapacitated. That is the reason why they have to take away, Muammar Gaddafi, in order for them to control or to keep on controlling AU. And today, people like this one, Onyen Kanu on a screen, are our president. Mad people everywhere. Tinubu, now why you they run? No be you talk say you be oga. Now why you they run? Why you not they run? Fear grip owner. Because Niger and others are now on their way to make life better for their people, to manage their resources, to manage what God has blessed them with. That's why France is panicking, US, America is panicking, Britain is panicking, and they are using all of these idiots that call themselves president in Africa, using them against their own people. But Biafra will show na shege. We are going to show you shege. Thank you, my people. To Salon Mozia and make it go viral.